Disclaimer. This video content is AI generated as educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis or treatment. Your health concerns may be unique. Always consult your physician or a qualified healthcare provider for personalized guidance.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the pretty amazing science that's packed into something you probably use every day, skin cream. And trust me, what's really going on inside that tube is way smarter than you think.
So when you pick up a medicated cream, you're probably thinking all the magic comes from that one active ingredient, right? The antibiotic, the retinoid, whatever it is. But what if I told you that's only like half the story? The real secret is actually hidden in plain sight.
Yep, that's right. All those so-called inactive ingredients, the stuff that makes up the cream or gel itself, are just as critical as the drug they're carrying. In dermatology, this base is called the vehicle. And picking the wrong one, it can be the difference between a treatment that works miracles and one that does absolutely nothing.
So here's the crucial part. The vehicle has to be perfectly matched to the skin type and the specific part of the body you're treating. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't wear hiking boots to the beach, right? Same logic. You don't put a greasy ointment on an already oily scalp. It's all about picking the right tool for the job.
And you know, what's really cool is how much sense this all makes when you see it laid out. Of course, you'd use a greasy, heavy ointment to lock in moisture on super dry, thick skin like your palms. Gels, they're alcohol-based, so they evaporate fast, making them perfect for oily skin or hairy spots like your scalp where you don't want any gunk. Creams are your classic all-rounders, and a thin lotion is just what you need to cover big areas like your back. This idea is so fundamental, there's even this practical little Hindi poem that helps doctors remember it. It basically translates to cream for the face, lotion for the body, gel for the hair, and ointment for the dry. It's just a simple, brilliant rule of thumb for a super important decision.
But, of course, modern science didn't just stop there. We're now going way beyond just picking the right base. The next layer of science involves some incredible technology that makes these treatments work even better, and get this, be gentler on your skin.
Okay, this is so clever. Microencapsulation literally wraps the active drug in a tiny protective shell. This means it can be released slowly, over time, instead of all at once. Why does that matter? Well, first, it protects powerful but unstable drugs from breaking down. And second, it dramatically cuts down on irritation because your skin isn't getting hit with one big, harsh dose.
And then we have microsponges, which are another huge leap. Picture these as microscopic, porous spheres that soak up the medicine like a sponge. They only release it when triggered by something like rubbing or your body heat. And the coolest part, these little sponges can actually absorb excess oil from your skin at the same time. So they're doing two jobs at once, delivering the drug and making it feel way more pleasant to wear.
You can really see this story of innovation play out over the last few decades. Back in the 90s, microsponges were a game changer for making strong retinoids way less irritating. Then in the 2010s, new technologies popped up that allowed for better hydration and mixing multiple drugs together. And today, we're using advanced microencapsulation to deliver drugs on the skin that we never thought possible before.
But all of this amazing science isn't just for fun. It's not just about making creams feel nicer. It's being developed to fight a really urgent, growing problem in medicine: antibiotic resistance.
You see, the bacteria that's often involved in acne, C. acnes, is getting smarter. It's becoming more and more resistant to the antibiotics we've been using for decades. All that repeated solo use of antibiotics has basically been a training ground, teaching the bacteria how to survive and making our treatments less effective.
And the scale of this is, well, it's staggering. In some countries, more than half of all acne-causing bacteria just don't respond to common antibiotics anymore. Think about that. That means for a lot of people, the go-to treatments are basically a coin toss. This isn't some far-off threat, it's happening right now.
And this is bigger than just acne. These resistant genes can jump from skin bacteria to other, more dangerous germs. So facing this huge problem, what do? How do you treat these conditions without making the resistance problem even worse? Well, the answer is in a much smarter playbook. It's not about giving up on our tools, but using them way more intelligently. We're talking about combining old wisdom with brand new strategies to stay one step ahead of the bacteria.
So meet the secret weapon, benzoyl peroxide, or BPO. This stuff isn't an antibiotic, it's an antiseptic. It works by releasing oxygen, which kills bacteria on contact. And here is the genius part. Bacteria cannot develop resistance to being zapped by oxygen. It just can't. So by pairing a traditional antibiotic with BPO, you stop resistance before it can even start.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just a clever trick. It's a core recommendation from health authorities like the National Institutes of Health. Using these combination creams is now the gold standard for keeping our antibiotics working.
Smart treatment is also about the protocol, how you use the stuff. For fungal infections, doctors use this brilliant +2 rule. First, you apply the cream 2 centimeters past the visible edge of the rash, because the fungus is always bigger than it looks. Then, you keep treating it for 2 whole weeks after you think it's gone, just to make sure you get every last spore.
And for steroids, there's this awesome 4-gear system. Think of it like shifting gears in a car. First gear is for mild steroids, used on sensitive areas like the face. You shift up to second or third gear, more potent stuff, for your body or thick skin on your knees. And fourth gear? Whoa, that's the super potent stuff, which is basically for dermatologists only to make sure it's used safely.
So when you put it all together, you see the modern playbook in action. A truly effective treatment isn't just one magic bullet. It's this whole symphony of smart choices working together. The right vehicle for the right skin, advanced delivery systems, smart drug combos to fight resistance, following the right rules, and picking the right power level for the right place.
It kind of makes you look at that simple tube of cream on your bathroom shelf a little differently, doesn't it? If there's this much engineering and strategy packed into a skin cream, it really makes you wonder, what other everyday things are hiding incredible science right in plain sight? Thanks for joining this explainer.